All right, good evening, guys. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Bonnet Chronicles. Today's topic is about taxes and the child tax credit that everyone is, kind of buzzing about. So I have one of the best on my show today again, because this is her second round. And I brought her on here because I see a lot of people asking the same questions in all the groups, and it's just like, I tag her continuously. She taught me everything I know, but I had to come and let her explain it for yourselves, because she just has her way of words and how it's beautifully explained. So once again, welcome Miss Ciana to our show.
Woo-hoo.
How are you doing tonight, love?
I'm doing superb.
I appreciate you coming out, so after your clients and stuff, to inform the people about tax season. There are a lot of similar questions going on right now, as far as like this new tax credit has everybody up in a stir. They got people hugging their kids a little tighter. But I want to go ahead and inform the people, like, little by little, on what is going on with that at the moment.
All right, guys. So these type of things, unless it actually gets passed to Congress and to Senate, it is not actually factual yet. Like, yes, it's supposed to happen, but just like how, remember back in the COVID era with the whole unemployment thing that was going on in between tax season, until the law actually passes, which it hasn't even passed to Senate yet, it has to pass to Senate, then to Congress, then to the president. Right now, it's still in the introduction phase. So there's truth to it, but it's not factual yet. Like, it's not something that's going to go into play until it actually passes. And when it does pass, more than likely, just like how they did with the unemployment thing that happened those couple years ago, they'll just either add it to it, or a simple amendment can be done. And with amendments, whenever you have to change something, you usually let funding happen first, and then you do the amendment. So you're not like waiting on any money to come through, or you're not stopping your money. So a lot of times people get scared of amendments, but yeah, they take a long time. But as long as you wait until you get funded out, then you're good. So again, it's not passed yet. It's not law. It has not gone through yet. It's not even at Senate. It's still an introduction. So people telling you better wait till the IRS actually opens. Like, even when the IRS opens, if it hasn't been passed as law, nothing's going to change. So it's okay for you guys to still file just as you would. So, yeah.
Yeah. And don't believe that,
wait.
Don't believe it. You gotta wait. Do not believe anyone don't believe anyone that's telling you that it's passed already. That should be red flag right there. Do not go and file your taxes with anyone that is going to promise you a bigger tax credit for the kids.
Just because of that child tax credit.
It has not passed yet, guys. At all. That's why when some of my clients were talking to me and they're just like, hey girl, like, what's up with the, I heard that it passed. No, just because someone made a post about it and everyone started to share it and stuff, and I had to no. It has not passed yet, guys. So please don't hound us or harass us. And with the pitchforks and
with the additional
we're not
a law.
Exactly.
Not a law
and
yet.
over here at On Track Tax and Credit Solutions, we don't sell dreams, guys. We just prepare taxes. We don't fuck with the IRS like that, because they are people you don't want to mess with. We help self-employment people get the max. We also help business owners. Ciana is amazing at finding your deductions, stuff that you didn't even know that you could use, paperwork, so please, guys, like, some of you guys have been reaching out. I had to have a discussion the other day, don't come with those CPN numbers, guys. Do not come with those fake socials. Do not expect us to commit any kind of fraud. That is something that I wanted to say, up in in y'all's faces. We are a legitimate. It's crazy because it has to be
someone saying, just work your magic for me. That's not how things work. So it's interesting. A lot of times people don't know what they do is a business.
You're imagining you're gonna get a pillow in the feds.
Right.
So no.
So like there's people that do babysitting, that do hair, that do food service, and they don't necessarily know that they can use those as businesses. But as long as you have a service that you're doing, or you're trading a service for income, that can be considered a business. You don't have to have an actual LLC or EIN in order to be a legitimate business. But at the same time, don't come to your preparer and be like, just put me whatever, right? Just make me something that can give me more money. Because in the end, that's going to screw you. Because yes, I can put in this information for you. You know, it is what it is. You said that you want me to do this. Okay, but at the same time, you have to believe that, or you have to know that the IRS can come back within 7 years and ask you to verify anything. So if you can't verify that, it doesn't fall back on me. It falls back on you as the client, as the taxpayer, because you told this tax preparer, do some magic for me. And then when you hear this big number, like, oh, I've never gotten that back, you don't really ask questions as to why. Like, you have to ask questions as to how they got that return for you. What kind of numbers did they use? What kind of deductions did they use? Like, I've seen it where someone had put that they drove Uber. They didn't have any forms or anything like that, but then they put deductions in contract work. Contract work means they paid someone else to work for them. It didn't make sense. So, but that person never asked questions. They didn't ask their preparer, can you tell me how you got these numbers? Because a lot of times, some of these preparers, there's a lot of janky preparers out here that are just gonna, because you're gonna pay them more because they got you more, they're gonna just put whatever they want in your tax return, and you don't ask questions and you sign on this, it falls on you, not me, or not the preparer that did it. So you gotta be really cautious about things like that.
Very cautious on the charging part. That's another thing that I wanted to bring to light and discuss. I see a lot of this saying that a lot of places are charging people $900 to $1,000 for tax preparation. Sometimes it is possible, guys, to be up to that amount, but depending on how many forms need to be filed, or how big your business is, or how big your taxes are, it's quite possible, guys. It's quite possible. But I want you guys to understand that not everyone is charging up to $1,000 for tax preparation. It all depends on your situation and, like I said, your tax bracket and how many forms we have to file and stuff like that. Because of course, you know, like, it's not just, oh, let's submit this and let's go about our business, because then if it was that easy, then everybody would prepare their own taxes. There wouldn't be a job for us professionals to do it for you guys. Because we know what we're doing. We know which forms to fill out. We know exactly, you know, what we're going to do so that you are qualified for your max refund. And that's our job. We take the information that's given. We, you know, find other things that we can use that would, you know, help you.
Or can't.
Or can't. Or, you know, and we are very, very informative to our clients. We explain everything down to the T. There is nothing, no ifs, ands, or buts about nothing. You want to know how much we charge you, we send you that form. You want to know exactly what we did, we have a client portal that they can go ahead and log in whenever they want. We have everything double checked by the client before we even submit. So not all of us are out here charging up to over $1,000 or such and such, guys. It really just depends on your return and your situation. Now also, a lot of misinformed things also about taxes is about kids. Yes, you can have dependents. You can have dependents, but that doesn't mean that you're going to get anything for them. Why? Because you didn't work. If you didn't have a job, or you didn't have anything kind of income, any self-employment or anything coming in, those money bags are worthless. I'm going to be 1,000 what is that? That's what I call the kids. I call them money bags.
And also, if you like don't pay enough taxes, say you make $40,000 and you have 3 kids, and you're like, okay, I'm supposed to get back $10,000, but you didn't pay any taxes on your income. At the end of the year, there's nothing that a preparer can help you with to have paid those taxes. So just because you have children doesn't mean that you're going to get full earned income, because the earned income goes based off of your income, not just because you have children. So say a person that makes $40,000 paid 0 in taxes because they exempted themselves. You're going to pay that tax at the end of the year, because it's either you pay it during the whole year, once a month, or you pay it all at the end of the year. So a person will be like, well, every year I get 10,000. Okay, but last year you chose to exempt yourself, and there's nothing that we can do to change that. And that's when education comes in. So education for me to that client, I would say, okay, these are the things that you have to do for tax planning for your next year. You have to go and get your W-4 and alter that information. Because with W-4s, and this is with people that have W-2s, right? Your employer doesn't give a shit if you know how to fill out your paperwork. So a lot of times people will come to us and say, well, I didn't ask for that, or why did they do that, or why didn't they change that? It's not their responsibility to change it. It's yours as the taxpayer. It's and unless you change that yourself, nothing's going to change, because it's not your employer's responsibility to tell you, make sure you're filling out your W-4 correctly, because at the end of the year you can't change the shit. Like, it's not on them. It's on you as a taxpayer. And so usually, depending on where you get your pay through, a lot of people do ADP, wherever you get your income through, you can request your W-4 at any time. There's no like limit or time frame that you can request it, and you have to change that yourself. With these new forms, like it usually tells you for each dependent, add $2,000. For me, I tell people to put no dependents. That way you're getting your full tax liability taken out. And depending on what your tax bracket is, will determine the type of taxes you need to get taken out. So regular type people making less than 50K, your tax liability should be at least 10%. So when you think about that, it's 10% of your whole income. So say you make 50,000, right? Then your tax liability should be at least 5,000. Give or take, anywhere between 8 and 10%. As you make more money, your tax liability goes up. So with more money, more problems. That's when it comes into the 12%, 13%, 14%. But you want to make those changes when you go into different tax brackets to make sure that at the end of the year, you're not owing the IRS anything. Because at the end of the year, there's nothing that I can do to change your W-4 or to change your W-2 if you didn't do it yourself. So
you'd be reminding some of your clients yearly.
I'd be reminding my people yearly, like, okay, you didn't pay taxes this year. Like, I know I told you last year to change it. Oh, but I forgot. Okay, well, you could keep forgetting and you're going to keep owing, So I try to make sure that everyone leaves me with full knowledge of how to change their taxes, what to expect, future tax planning for themselves, especially those in higher tax brackets. When you get into a higher tax bracket, you don't get earned income credit. After like 50, 60K, you're not getting anything for your kids. So that's when you have to plan better within your year in order to at least get something back or at least cut even. Because if you don't change nothing, then you'll be owing.
Yeah, and then that's a lot of other things that I saw was a lot of people that say that are in the higher tax bracket or that make a lot of money. They're afraid. They're afraid to file, their taxes, and they're just, I would send them your way because just, the lovely way that you explain it and break it down for them and the way that you can actually help them. What would be some advice for some of our clients and also some of our viewers tonight, like, for the ones that are scared, as they say?
Ones that are scared. So there's all kinds of deductions that can be used. Like if you're a W-2 employee, deductions are like medical expenses, dental expenses, energy saving costs, like if you bought an energy saving car or like one of those plug-in cars, that's actually something people can use now as deductions. Sales tax, and these are for people that are in higher tax brackets, right? Or that don't have businesses.
What about the solar panels? Because a lot of them have those. Remember I asked you about that the other day.
Right, okay, solar panels, it's called a residential energy credit, and people that own their units, so if you lease a solar panel unit, then this credit doesn't work for you. But if you own the unit, even if you're paying it off, but you own it, you can get anywhere for the next 3 years of you having that unit. They give you, I think it's 18% and then 16% and then 13% the next year. I think those are, Let me go into my phone. But it's a percentage that you get back from what the cost of the unit is. So these are small things that you can, well, not small, I mean, solar panels are expensive, but these are credits that people can use in order to get something back. What else? Start a business. If you know that you make a whole lot of income, start a business, because for the next 3 years of that business, you can take a loss, because business losses help people. The IRS sees it as, okay, every new business, you're probably not going to make money the first year, the second year, or the third year. So these are things that actually help you to get money back, or basically to take away from your annual gross income. And it's something that absolutely happens. So say you open up a little catering business, buy all kinds of shit for yourself. That way it's in your
the business expenses.
Right, it's in all your business
who knows?
expenses.
You might have a successful
business
business and more shit. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Right.
You never know.
And every 3 years you can start a new business.
You never.
Because after 3 years of taking a loss, the IRS doesn't see your business. They see it more as a hobby than a business, and they don't allow you to take those credits anymore. So start a new business.
Right. Our office does offer free consultation. Okay, but don't ask us all these tax questions and then expect us to answer stuff for free. We don't do stuff for free. We do free consultations.
Right,
we do. No, but you know how they say, like, if I'm not good enough to do your taxes, please don't come and ask me a whole bunch of questions on how to do your taxes if I'm not good enough to do your taxes. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm very upfront with it. I have a lot of people that are like, hey, I know you do taxes, and I'm like, yeah, cool. Like, we can set up a free consultation. I'll send them the link. I'll send them the email and this and that. They're like,
how did you get that?
Yeah, like, how did you get that? Can you walk me through this really quick? I just wanted you to walk me through this last part.
No.
I can't do that.
No.
I can't do that. At the end of the day, this is, my job, this is my profession, and I'm here to help. I'm here to help. And I had some clients that did go, and they will go somewhere else because they were, guaranteed that extra $300-400 that I don't know where they got it from, but now, they got audited and they didn't receive the refund from last year, and now they're asking for help, and we do that. We will help, but it comes down to it, like, don't go for the bigger amount. Don't go for how else can I put it so nicely? Don't let your greed take over, is what I'm going to say. Don't let your greed for that moment in time of hearing all those wonderful numbers that all of us, because it's one thing to hear the number, but it's one thing to receive it. Because anyone can tell you a beautiful number, and you're going to sign all types of papers. You're going to do whatever you...
Just because you hear that number.
Just because you hear that number, but it's about receiving that number. And at our office, we make sure that that's what happens.
And also, like, look, I get it. You're going to go to the person that gives you the higher refund. The higher refund with the least amount that you got to pay. But when you have these people, like, you normally get $6,000 and all of a sudden this person is getting you back $10,000, you better make sure that you're asking them why.
Ask questions.
Sure. Ask questions. Ask them to show you how they're getting that number, what kind of deductions they're using. Because remember, it doesn't fall back on the tax preparer. It falls back on you, the taxpayer. So yeah, you might get that $10,000 that year, and maybe you might not get it audited the year after that, or the year after that, or the year after that. But maybe 4 years down the line, you'll get audited, and then they're going to ask you for proof of all of that stuff that you said that you did, that you signed off on. And if you don't, then one, they disallow you credits, so they can take away your child tax credit, they can take away your additional, they can give you interest and penalty fees. So, I mean, I get it. You're going to want to go for the higher number, but you want to make sure that you're asking whoever's doing your stuff the proper questions, because someone will add some shit and not tell you that they're doing it, and you signed off on it. And once you signed off on it, that is now your responsibility. So,
yeah,
you got to be really careful with that kind of stuff of make sure you can get me the highest amount. Okay, but how?
Right. And don't sign up for credits that don't apply to you. if you're not out of town working and stuff like that, don't come with the fuel credits and all that crazy
Don't
shit.
let anyone actually use fuel credits for you.
Yeah.
That's an immediate red flag. If someone says, oh yeah, I gave you this amount in fuel, that's an immediate red flag for the IRS.
Mm-hmm. So, like I said, guys, like I just wanted everybody to, know that there are reputable, like tax preparers out there, guys. We're really here to help. We're not here to just take your money or take all of your tax return or do none of that. We're literally here to help you guys get your max refund, because we know where most of this money is going to, and that's to rebuild for the year. We know that our clients need this money to, take care of their families or to do whatever else is needed, start businesses so that they don't have this type of problem and they can be in a bigger tax bracket next year. Like, we are 100%.
It's about education also. Like, for me, my goal with clients is for you to walk away from that meeting with me knowing more about your taxes, knowing more about what can help you with your taxes. It's not always about me just taking your money or making sure you get a big refund, because a lot of times, especially with people in higher tax brackets, it's not even about getting a refund. It's taking away from your tax liability. It's making sure that you don't owe the IRS crazy amounts of money and trying to figure out ways on how to help you with that. So the goal shouldn't always be to have a huge tax return, because that's not always the case for everybody. So it's definitely about education for me.
And not owing. And not getting in trouble.
Yeah, because the IRS is the feds, y'all. They the feds.
I mean, you get a pillow and everything from what I heard, but I'm cool on that.
No, it's still blue collar prison.
Really?
Yep.
I can't do none of that.
Yep. Nope. They the feds.
Wow, I'm cool. I'm cool on that. And it's crazy because it's just one thing that you don't play with. So, like...
Yeah, don't play with that. Like...
You don't.
You might get that large ass refund and you're like, oh shit, I just walked away with $12,000.
Okay.
It's not always going to be worth it, because at some point, they're going to get your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to be nobody else's fault but your own, because you didn't ask questions. You just saw a number and was like, fuck yeah, I'll take it.
Or you didn't come across people like us just in time before they disallow your ass. Because I remember I had one client, they was about to disallow her from claiming her daughter, from claiming any kind of stuff because of what someone did to her taxes the year before.
Right. Ask questions, y'all.
Ask questions. It's okay to ask questions.
If you get a preparer that gets upset with you for asking questions, run.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're padding your shit. And again, once you sign that, that's on you. You signed it. You didn't go over your documents. You didn't check your information. And also, you guys want to always make sure to check that they have your bank information correctly and actually see it in your paperwork. Because you'll have preparers that will put their own Cash App, will create an account for you. And so if you're going through a bank product, say you have a return and you're not paying anything up front, then yes, that information is going to be different, but that's because it's a bank, it's the account that the bank is creating first. So the funds go to the bank takes the preparer's fee and their fee, and then they send it, right? But there is paperwork in that information also that'll show you your actual bank, your bank information that you gave this person. If you don't see that and you don't see your bank information, check that person.
Check something.
Check that shit.
For real. Check something. Because then that's another thing, oh, I never got it. And then when you come to our office and you ask us, can we see what happened last year?
Thank you, Delilah.
We find out that someone got your return last year and it wasn't you, though. So there's really nothing that we can do at that point just to make sure that, that your taxes are filed correctly this year and, your bank information is yours.
Right.
So that's been another situation also, when people say, well, I didn't receive my taxes. Oh, you did it, but someone else did.
Because you didn't check, they didn't verify your information with you. You always want to also make sure that the person, before they finish your stuff, that they verify everything with you. Because once that information is sent, it's sent. And amendments are a pain in the ass. During the process, it's a pain in the ass, it is.
Because we gotta prove stuff that we know nothing about.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff that you don't know nothing about. So basically we're going off of what someone else did. And that takes a lot of work, guys. It's not something that happens within 24 hours. It's paperwork that we got to send in, you know, and stuff like that. Tax returns that don't require a signature, don't do them. WhatsApp numbers, don't do them. You know, definitely not no WhatsApps, because once that's it, you can't say
And
nothing.
don't deal with someone that only does everything over the phone. Like, you want to talk to your tax preparer. Like, if they do anything, well, so there's all kinds of virtual stuff right now. Like me, I'm 100% virtual right now, but I make sure that I speak to every single person that I work with. Like, you will not get off, like, you won't sign off anything unless I've spoken to you. And I've verified everything with you. So if you got a person that's only doing it over the phone, be careful. Run.
Super run, track start. That's why we have our client portal. Our company has a client portal that we actually send you the link to your email. You sign up, it shows you everything that was submitted, it shows you everything that you're getting charged. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing to know. It's a wonderful thing not to be left in the dark. And it's just, you know, it's a wonderful thing. So on Track Tax and Credit Solutions, guys, like, I wouldn't say we're the best, but we're the best at what we do. You know what I'm saying? We try to get our clients. Well, she is the best. I'm still, cause I'm not as bestie as her, cause this girl right here, I be tagging.
I don't know everything. I really don't.
Yes, she does.
I really don't.
But she'll find out.
I'll find out.
She'll find out. That's the thing about her. And
I have great mentors.
She's been training.
People that I work with.
Yeah, she's been training me, and I'm not as good as her, right? But I do be tagging her, and a lot of people ask me that too. They're like, but you guys have the same card. Like, why don't you suggest yourself? Because I'm always going to suggest the best. If you guys want to come with me, cool. That's fine. But I'm always going to suggest the best. Anytime anyone says in the girl groups, who is the best, I tag her. Because this person right here knows what she's talking about. And very informative.
And for you other, like, tax preparers, like, I love mentoring. I love teaching. So you got questions for me as a tax preparer that you're not too sure of, I'm always willing to help. If it gets extensive, then of course, you know, I'm in charge. But simple stuff and like just guidance, if you need it, like I'm always willing to help. What you eat don't make me shit, right? So
I mean,
I'm not gonna,
people out
right?
here.
I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not one of these that, oh no, like I can't show you my tricks and trade. Like, why not? So if you're a preparer and you want mentoring or you just have questions about stuff, then hit me. I'll be there to help.
She's the best. She's the best of the best of the best. Started with you guys, what, it's like our 4th year, I think.
Yeah, you're finally preparer.
Yeah, I'm finally in there, guys. But I still.
But she's confident now because she's had good mentorship.
Good mentorship and available 24/7 questions. I still have questions, guys. I still ask, you know, thoroughly. I still ask this, that, and the third, because it's a never-ending cycle of knowledge. The IRS is always changing shit. As you guys can see, they're trying to, you know, give us more money for, you know, these kids, little children. And but why would you do that like during tax season? You know what I'm saying? Little razzle dazzle, fluffing everyone's feathers and every shit. And then, but it just, when it comes down to it, like the IRS is constantly changing. But one thing it's not going to change is that don't fuck around with them.
Like I said, those W-4s are tricky. W-4s are tricky. So before, they used to be very easy to fill out, right? It was just 1 dependent, 2 dependents, 3 dependents, whatever, right? So now it's actually telling you to give an amount for each child. So from what I've been seeing and what I actually do with income is if you want the full like 10% taken out, don't put any dependents. But then you'll see also in the W-4, there's where you put dependents, and then there's also where you can add an additional tax, right? So this is definitely something that I educate my people in a higher tax bracket with. In that additional, take what you make per month and take 10% of that and add it to that additional. That's going to make sure that you are taking out the exact amount of taxes that you need to. And it's an additional, so it's not just dependents. It's the additional tax to take out. And yeah, that's actually helped a lot of people. And what I'll also tell people is do that and check your income for the next 2 months, or check your pay stubs for the next 2 months to see how much is getting taken out in taxes. If you see that it's not 10% of what your whole income should be, then you can revise it again. So a W-4, it's not, like, you can revise it as many times as you want, but you want to monitor it to make sure that what you changed is actually effective. Because if it's not effective, then you should go back and do more. Or if you go into like the 60s and 70,000s, that's when you should be doing 12%, 13%. But the W-4s are stupid and tricky.
I mean, it's nice to get all your money all year.
It's really nice to get your money, but
it's really nice. But
regardless, you're gonna pay a tax at the end of the year.
Something. So I'd rather not.
Two things for certain is death and taxes.
Right.
So you don't pay.
I'd rather make sure that you don't owe at all and might get something than nothing but not owe. That is the goal. That is the goal, for you not to owe the IRS.
10% across the board. Well, unless you're in a higher tax bracket.
Unless you're making that money.
And if you're making that shmoney, then you should be paying like anywhere from 12 to 15.
I'm pretty sure you have a fucking accountant by then, or someone's doing your shit, you know? Right here, hire her. She's open.
Sure. For accounting?
I'd be volunteering to everyone because you're so fucking smart. I don't care, you're smart.
Thanks.
But pretty much, guys, I just really wanted to go over all of these facts. Do you want to tell them anything else? Do you want to inform them of anything? Because I mean, it's pretty much, we have free consultations, guys. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt nothing to see how we can help you. You know, we're not charging. So, like, you know, On Track Tax and Credit Solutions, guys. We also, you know, fuck around with credit.
Let's see. Do I have anything to add?
Any gems you want to throw their ways? Anything like that?
I think with businesses, so a lot of times people don't realize that what they do is a business. I think we already talked on that. Okay. If you sell feet pics, if you babysit, if you, I don't know, drive kids to sports, and a parent might pay you for that service. Like these are services that people do, and that they don't know that they can actually use on their taxes. Or like, so a client of mine earlier today, she only made like maybe $8,000 on her W-2, but she was also a cashier at a restaurant, but they didn't pay her. They only paid her cash. Mm-hmm. She had no idea that she could use that, right? She had 2 dependents, but she only made $8,000, right? And so I had to ask, like, how else did you survive throughout the year? Like, what other stuff did you do? Because 2 children, you pay rent, you pay these bills. How did you survive? What other income? And she was like, well, I was a cashier at a restaurant, but I didn't have a W-2, I didn't have a 1099. They just paid me cash. That's a business. You were being paid you did a service for money, so that she was able to use that, and in the end I was able to get her like $8,000 back. But she had no idea that she could use that. So think about the things that you do. If you're spending money on stuff, or if you're trading a service or anything like that, it's probably a business you can use. So
it's good to ask questions.
Good to ask questions.
Ask questions.
Ask questions.
And ask questions. And free consultations over here. Because we're going to ask. We're asking all types of questions. So just, you know, answer them as honestly as possible. Because we're here to help. Because like how we said, whatever you guys tell us, that's what's going in the system. You know what I mean? And like I said, it may not come, you know, right away. Mm-hmm. But, you know, and like I said, some people are lucky, but some people aren't. And we're not about testing luck. We're about getting people's taxes done. And that's the goal.
Right. Don't come to me asking me to work my magic
We're not magicians. This is not Houdini.
It has to be factual.
I mean, yeah. Because we're on track. And our numbers make sense.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I don't know. Because
we can't see what you got going on there.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on over there? What's going on? I'm just playing. We look amazing.
Oh, look at her hair.
I'm saying.
Hey.
Edges Slave by Lay, my daughter. Yeah, guys, she started her business. So I'm pretty excited and see doing her business taxes when she gets older. No? See? Well, I mean,
don't be afraid to ask questions. No question is too dumb for me. If I send you correspondence or whatever, reading is very fundamental. Reading is very fundamental. But no question is too hard or too stupid or whatever. Like,
we're not gonna laugh.
I mean, I might, but I'm still gonna give you the facts of something. But yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions. And if you have a preparer, like if I'm not your preparer, if she's not your preparer, do not be afraid to ask your preparer questions. Like, can you go over this with me? Can you show me how you got these credits? And if they get upset with you asking all kinds of questions, run.
Yeah.
Run.
The objective of the game is to actually get the amount that is being told to you guys. Because like I said, you guys can keep going to these janky motherfuckers that keep taking your guys' money and putting you guys in situations
just because they get you the big number.
Just because they got you the big number and their preparation fee was $100. And and it's just like everyone knows how to get clientele nowadays. Cheaper isn't always better, guys. But like I said, we're not out here ripping our clients off. We let you know exactly where, what, when, how, what's being charged. That comes with your client portal. That comes with all the documents. We don't mess around, man. We don't mess around. So. And that point being is that, if we do have to file your taxes for the prior year, like it's less work that we have to do or, everything that you need, we're able to give it to you. And that's just how we function over here.
Yeah.
So if no one has any more questions or concerns, I just wanted, to come on here and enlighten people on the many questions that I've been seeing.
The law has not passed.
The law has not
passed. The law has not
That still don't mean push your kids away. Still love on them extra hard. Give them all the extra hugs and kisses. Because I saw a lot of people are like, I hugged my kids extra hard tonight. You should do that every night.
You already popped them out. That's enough for the IRS.
But and like I said, guys, we're here to help on track tax and credit solutions. We are remote at the moment, but if you feel like you need to come in, then that's also fine. Just by appointment only. That's nothing. That's nothing. Like I said, we're here to help in any way, shape, or form we can, but not for free. You gonna pay. But we're here to help. We're reasonable. We've been going strong for a few years, guys. So
more than a few.
But what is that? What's going on? I'm a comment monitor at home today.
I know.
Just slacker. I'm just playing. She's over there.
Hi.
You say hi.
Oh, thank you, Mom.
Hi to everybody that joined the live. Honestly, guys, don't think I was ignoring because I usually salute everybody from the get-go. But I just want to say thank you to everybody that was, tuning in. I hope this was informative for you guys. And let's get some taxes done. You guys just go ahead and I'll go ahead and send the link. I'll be posting the link. I'll do a very, very descriptive post on how to.
Oh, also
Go.
Do not go with anyone that will send out your information without a W-2.
No last paycheck stuff, guys.
It is against IRS regulations to send out without a W-2. Like, if you have a W-2, like
right.
With last pay stubs, don't let anybody do that. They're going to fuck you over in the end because...
Or the healthcare forms. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah.
You want to tell them about that? There you go.
So,
I almost forgot.
If you got insurance outside of work, basically anything outside of work that's not Medicare, you will get a form for it. Even if even if you just applied and you never even got it, you're gonna get a form for that. If you don't put that form, it's called a 1095A. If you did not put that form in your taxes, you are gonna get rejected until you put that form in. So there's really easy ways to get that information. You can go to healthcare.gov, or there's even a phone number that you can call. Let me get it for you real quick.
There you go.
Let me get it. Wait a second.
I shared it as well. I know my page be a newspaper of funness, but I shared it as well. Anything that I share, guys, that says reading is fundamental, that means read it. That's about tax season.
Reading.
Yeah.
Reading is fundamental.
Reading is fundamental. I learned that from her.
All right. Phone number for healthcare.gov, at least in Texas and most of this region, is 1-800-318-2596. And they can actually give you all that information that's on that form over the phone. So even if they say, oh, no, we'll mail it out to you, can you give it to me over the phone? And they can give it to you over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got insurance outside of work, that's like Obamacare or something like that, that's not Medicare, you will get a form. And you have to claim that.
Have to, guys. There's no way around it. So just make sure your guys' paperwork is squared away, guys. Bring us what you got. Let us take a look at it. Like I said, free consultation. We're not charging you to tell you how we're going to help you.
And if you're not coming to me or to her, make sure you ask questions.
Yeah, just make sure. We're all, like I said, there's way too many people in America working. There's way too many W-2s. There's way too many 1099s. There's way too many people. There's too much money out there for all
and
of us.
we can all eat. So
yeah, there's way too much money out there for all of us. To each their own. We don't badmouth any other tax places. We don't do that. That's not our cup of tea over here. So we're gonna be 1,000 with you. We just expect you guys to be 1,000 with us, and we are a legitimate tax preparing company, guys.
Hey.
So don't come with no tomfoolery and none of that.
I might be unorthodox in how I talk to you, but
yeah, no,
we work in a business where
right.
the customer is not always right.
No.
So
no.
I'm gonna tell you if you are.
Yeah. And like I said, we're not here to, be in the suits and, cross our arms, even though your picture is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
It's a cute picture,
I'll be over here looking just, I don't even want to cross. I just be over here like, give me your bread. You see, I just can't do it. But we're here. We're here to help, guys. We're here to help. There's no question that's stupid. There's nothing of that. So just come on, guys. Free
and if you're a tax
consultations.
preparer and you have a question about something on a client's form or whatever, and you don't have anyone that you can talk to or ask, come on, I'll help you.
She'll answer your questions. Yeah, that's what the free consultation is for, guys. You get to ask all questions that you need. As long as, just guys, keep it, let's just keep it 1,000. But if there's no more questions or concerns, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. And, I'll be posting a very detailed post where you guys can do the free consultation. I'm going to post a link. It's at www.filerightnow.com.
Real simple link.
Real simple link. www.filerightnow.com. You just go ahead and fill out the information, guys. You go ahead and upload the documents that we need. And then we go ahead and take a look. We're in contact with you the whole time because, we have questions to ask. So just be ready to answer those. But like I said, on Track Tax and Credit Solutions, we're here to help, guys. So good night. You guys rest up.
Your taxes.
Hey, fuck it up. Okay. My person that presses the button isn't here either today.
Press the button.
Press the button. Where is it? Oh, shit. Oh, okay, hold on.